Trips awakening, y'all will feel my ancient signals, one within a universe and universes inside of me. I've been experiencing certain things on a spiritual level, connecting with certain energies. You know, I've been seeing certain things that's not even on this realm. You know, and I got to share this with y'all. There's a reason why they got, these different beings doing the 80s and 90s things. And this goes way back. It's basically been on a repeat. And, like I said, it's a spiritual warfare going on. And some of us are right in the middle. You know, like both sides, you know what I'm saying? Like, uh, you know, different beings and extraterrestrials, like they contact it, like the negative and the positive can contact you, or the negative and positive can connect with you at the same time. So it's very important. And, you got to learn how to balance, certain energies. Okay, it's very important. Like I said, everything is within. Now, see, you all think like there's going to be like a physical war, and it's not. World War One, Two, and Three, they really talking about different dimensions. And 3D and stuff like that. The third dimension and stuff like that. See, they got y'all. I mean, these negative forces. You know what I'm saying? They want to stay. They want to stay ahead. So they got these negative forces. Got you on a certain channel. Y'all remember when I did a video talking about saying that the moon and the sun is basically a disk, the sun is artificial, and it gets certain information from y'all, just like this old technology that y'all think new, like the computers and the smart TVs and stuff, it's like a machine, like it's taking y'all's energy and pumping negative energy to y'all to basically take over your energy and your soul. The disc got y'all seeing something totally different, and when you speak a certain language, I said we're sounds of vibrations. So certain things y'all think y'all hearing something else, but it's something totally different. And I be hearing certain things come out like in codes, like you got a lot of codes inside your DNA, and like your DNA basically, like some of y'all, it created all of this stuff. Like they stole the DNA and brought it to this illusion, and it created so much stuff. And they got your energy trapped. These negative forces, they got your energy trapped inside of this machine. So the machine, that's the reason why they pushed the vaccines and stuff. Now, I did a video saying we're already chipped, and some got in their feelings talking about, oh, we're not chipped. I was with my child and this and that. Whenever you get shots or they take blood from you, they can put that chip inside of you. Like you can't really see it. They can put that chip inside of you. That's the reason why they keep promoting, get the vaccines and stuff, or it's against the law and stuff, because the negative forces want to take over y'all's energy. Okay, and that's what's going on, and they got y'all like on a channel. Like that's like when you see these remakes of movies, because you've been seeing a lot of remakes of different types of movies and stuff. It's certain remakes they keep rebooting. They say rebooting now and stuff like that. There's a reason why. That it's like on a repeat. And your energy is like you're on a channel. Your energy and your physical body, you're on a channel. Like for example, like I said, I used to do security. I did security for certain celebrities and stuff. I know how they use the machines. I used to sit back and watch and analyze certain things, how they could control the frequencies in the crowd, and the emotions and the certain lyrics they would say. I analyzed all of that. I felt all of that like on a spiritual level and stuff like that. Okay. They got like, and I'm gonna use this for example, like on the radio. Like if we want to have a private conversation, like our channel could be on channel like 1, And if we want to have a private conversation, well, I'd be like, oh, go to channel like 3, and so we could talk in private, so nobody else couldn't hear what we was talking about. Basically, that's what's going on with y'all. Okay, these negative forces, it's like a dome and got certain energies trapped because the worlds are parallel. So they want to confuse all the bloodlines and stuff like that. And, y'all can't feel or see certain things because you're basically on a channel. So you can't hear what they're doing or see what they're doing in private, but I can see what they're doing, and I know all the subliminals and the skies and stuff like that, and that's why I share it with y'all. That's basically what's like going on. Like different society groups and extraterrestrials. Let's say this extraterrestrials that's controlling these society groups, they're at war with each other. And that's the reason why y'all can't see or hear or feel certain things. They control the weather. These negative forces control the weather with the RF and stuff like that. And with the moon, and the moon is always that disk is always in the sky. Sometimes you can see it during the day. And like I said, the sun is like, I feel like the sun is like controlling the colors, this artificial sun. Like, and trying to, certain things try to block certain rays, but it's too late because, like I said, the second sun, the second energy is already inside of us, where everything is inside of us, not outside this illusion, okay? And that's what's, this disc, got your physical body, the disc got your physical body thinking that it's cold or you're hot and stuff like that. And once you get in tune, you will understand there's not like really such thing as hot and cold. Just like there's no such thing as, bad luck or, or winner or loser and stuff like that, because we're energy. There's no such thing as that. So basically, some of us are in the middle, where some of us are balanced, and certain things come to us to connect to y'all, to make people aware, and I'm connected with a very powerful energy, and I'm letting y'all know what's really going on. Some of y'all understand, and I see, a lot of negative stuff out there that's putting y'all on, keeping y'all on that channel. That's the reason why they keep on doing this so-called Black History Month. And, like I said, there's no such thing as black in certain colors. There's other colors out there that y'all probably haven't even seen yet. But they do like the Black History Month and, all these rituals, these holidays and stuff like that. And that's like putting y'all back, setting y'all back. It's just like back in the 80s, how they still had y'all on the other channel on the 70s and the 60s and the 70s, and it was still like kind of stuck in the 80s, but it's like they got your mind like going, like, and I said this so many times, got your mind going backwards. Okay, your mind is going backwards, and that's the reason why with this television and social media, they pumping this stuff inside your head. Like I said, there was no such thing as slavery. It's like a bunch of mind games. My apology, a bunch of mind games, and different types of things that y'all can't understand. And I always said everything is within, but I learned how to control certain situations, and y'all can do the same thing. I learned how to defeat certain things, and I already knew how to do certain things, but like just here recently, I've been like experiencing certain things and learning certain things, and I would love to share it with y'all, but that part I can't do because you got to figure that out on your own. Like once you really get into, and you're like I said, y'all on a channel like the certain music, they remake certain music and stuff like that. That's just to confuse you in other parallel worlds. That it's like just a little bit different, and like there's a reason why they want you to eat certain things, and the corporations, they put certain things in your food to program you, to have you on certain different levels. That's the reason why they try these society groups. Well, they did take over, like when it come to the foods and different things and stuff like that. They have y'all like on a channel. You're basically on a channel, like you remember the old school TV with the antennas. You know what I'm saying? The antennas was controlling y'all's frequency and stuff like that, picking up certain channels. And you'd be like, oh, turn to channel 1 or 2 or 3 and stuff like that. And that's what it's like y'all on that. You have like different signals pumping certain things inside of your physical body. And when they draw certain blood, you can be healthy. And then some, either all of a sudden get sick. They'd be like, oh, they've been eating good and this and that. It's all up here and here. Like you can control that. That's the reason why when they take your blood, some do certain rituals. They'd be like, oh, we got to get them in there because they got this special energy. We got to get them in the hospital. So they do, some abracadabra mess and have you all up in there. You get what I'm saying? And you can control that. You can shut certain things down. You got to, it's like they created the like carbon copy, it's like your so-called like negative twin with you take on the title of the names. Like I said, there's no such thing as names and titles, and the chemicals and the GMO and stuff. Like that's the negative part of you, and that's inside of you. You're basically at war with yourself, and with spells and negative things attached to it. There's no such thing as, of course it was a physical war, but they had them going on a mission to discover certain things in the parallel universe that y'all can't see on with the physical eye. That's the reason why they kept it like confidential, and they don't want y'all. And like when it comes to the people in the military, they control their frequency and stuff, and they can, give them a certain shot or a certain chip to wipe out the memory, the mission they went to. Because see, some of these troops and soldiers see certain things, that y'all not even used to seeing. I already seen some, like I said, I done seen some stuff that'll blow your mind on a spiritual level. So, like, that's the reason why when some of these troops and stuff come back, they come back like kind of off or crazy, and they have that negative energy on them because they done went to different parallel universe. Y'all think, oh, they going to war to fight for our freedom, but they're not going to war to fight for your freedom. These corporations going to try to take over certain other planets and stuff and peep in on certain things. And the extraterrestrials, you got your negative and positive, some of them are at war with each other. You get what I'm saying? So, they go on these like secret missions and stuff like that, and then some of them come back just like messed up. Their frequency all messed up. They come back to a totally different being. They're not the same. So they put them on the channel. Like certain things get blocked, and once you become aware and stuff, you can disconnect that. You can break certain spells. You just gotta destroy. Like I gotta go back to the negative view, like the GMOs and the stuff that you breathe, like the chemtrails and stuff. Like that's the reason why they the spraying certain parts of the space, because there's other, like I said, other worlds in different dimensions. They spraying the chemtrails and whatever. It's like whatever you take in, that's like messing you up. So you got to really know what's really going on. So whatever you take in, you can control the situation. You get what I'm saying? You can actually control it. So that's the reason why all of this stuff is going on. You know, it's like the old TV where you had the knob and then you had the antennas, and then you can turn to a certain channel. That's what's going on with your energy. That's what's going on with inside of you. You know how like, and then you have certain channels. So some of y'all can channel in something, you know, certain things that could be negative or positive. And certain things where, you know, y'all be worshiping like the cross, the ankhs, and all of these different symbols when it comes to religion. And that's the reason why I said it's not yours. You got to have your own symbol. You get what I'm saying? You have to have your own symbol. And y'all channeling in certain things that you can't handle. So you got to be very careful. That's the reason why I don't use this the ankh and all of this extra stuff, because there's no such thing. It has a certain type of energy, and to me I think it's negative because a lot of y'all use that. Y'all use that symbol, you know, and it's just like y'all taking on a character, you know, like these hybrids and robot synthetic looking beings that y'all see on this, you know, social media or this television. You know how some of them get deep into the character? That's what's going on with y'all. Y'all get deep into that character that's not even yours. That's the reason why I said your images and all of that stuff was created. Your images and stuff was created, you know, for a reason. Because they want you, the negative forces, they want you to connect with certain things. You know, so y'all take that stuff in and you mess yourself up. That's the reason why you gotta just be careful. You know, y'all channeling in certain things. Alright? And when it comes to, like, for example, let's talk about the military, and I'm doing this on a spiritual level. All right, when it comes to the military and stuff, when they go on these the missions and stuff, you know, they basically protecting, you know, a certain extraterrestrial, you know, the so-called queen or whatever, which that's nothing but names and title queens and queen and kings and all of that stuff. That's the reason why they go by that. And I will break that down one day. Well, in this universe, I'll break it down in this universe because there's no such thing as day and night, okay? In this universe, let me get back to it. So, the moon, this disc, sometimes they have some of y'all seeing certain images, like hide the monster behind the mask. And then when they go over these other countries and stuff, they think they seeing something, just like some of y'all think y'all seeing some of these images, and it's certain different creatures behind masks. And they tell them all, well, you know, program them, saying this is the enemy, just like they programming y'all with all of this extra stuff and this technology. You know, and some of y'all not going to understand that. And that's the reason why, like I said, some of them come back, they be on something totally different. They're not basically the same. That's the reason why, I recommend, like to avoid something that's not yours. Some sign up thinking they're doing a good deed. This planet or this illusion is not. This the illusion is not yours. So why would you go and fight for something that's not yours? Like this system, it's not yours. This is an illusion. Like you had physical beings creating certain things, and say that's the reason why I said y'all can't sit here and say that's yours. This is not your house. Like I said, that's not your so-called wife and husband. And I did say, all right, the video is coming. I'm gonna do a video on talk about marriage, because some people that I connect with, like it was like, oh, I can't wait till you do this. They left me comments. It's coming. It's coming. So, like I said, it's not your wife or husband or, the machines and all of that stuff, because you didn't create it. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is within. You're programmed to feel certain things. And, like that's the reason why these beings like learn how to control the weather. You actually got to learn how to study your world, study what's inside of you. Forget all of this mess that you was programmed and trained and all of that stuff. Everything is within. All right, and that's the reason why they use y'all's energy. Because you have a lot of things that some of y'all don't understand. Like all of these different types of distractions, like religion, celebrities, basketball, the workplace, the corpse, get a corpse. I said this before, corpse oration. These corpse, y'all filling the corpse up with y'all's energy. All right, so I just had to share that with y'all. Like like I said, there's certain things that I've seen, and I can't put out there, but I can share that with y'all, because y'all need to know what's going on. Some of y'all will understand. Y'all need to really know, how it's set up. But there's other things out there, and once you get in tune, you will see. That's the reason why. Like I said, these channels, and you channeling in different things. All right, and sending, signals, transferring certain signals to your brain waves. This stuff in the sky, that's not the sky. Like I said, it's not blue. It ain't none of that. There ain't no such thing as day or night. There's other worlds. All right, but they use DNA. Like I said, they use some of the DNA to create certain things, the illusions. Certain things, like I said, if you want to, everybody like, oh, how to open your third eye has always been there. It's more to it than the third eye. Like a lot of people say, oh, how you open your third eye. It's more to it than that. Everything is already inside of you. You just got to activate it. That's what. Sometimes I laugh at when some people say, how oh, the third eye, I see with the third eye. It's more to it than the third eye. You just got to get rid of your negative being that's stole your DNA, and your that there's no such thing as evil, but negative. The negative you got to destroy that to move further. Once you tear that down, you can advance and you can see other things. You can experience other things instead of this illusion. And the so-called wars, like all of these certain planets, they're connected together, that y'all call countries and states and stuff. They all connected together. They even do their people wrong, and on their planets, that y'all call the the other countries and stuff like that. They send them on a mission and do the same thing to them. There's no such thing as no war. Like they have them shooting up each other and stuff, got them seeing certain things, and that's not what they're seeing because of that disc in the sky that you can see during the daytime, this fake moon, and the illusion sun that's creating certain rays. Got y'all thinking the sky is blue and certain seeing other things. It's all controlled by a machine. They got it set on a certain dial, a certain channel. They call it, time and all of that. Got it set on that. And that's what's going on with y'all. Y'all can't see, some of y'all, like I said, they're out here. Just because they look like us, they in a mask. And once you get in tune and stuff, it's gonna freak some of y'all out when, this certain satellites and stuff get cracked. Because this energy and the rays, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Yeah, it's gonna blow y'all's mind, so don't freak out or anything like that. But I had to share this with y'all. What? Did somebody say something?